What's happening, people? Well, Liverpool Prophet back again with another match reaction, and today we have a much more positive match reaction than obviously previous weeks. Liverpool 4, Ipswich Town 1. Today there's no negatives today because today was just an absolute blast. From from the first minute to the 90th minute, I thought we were just in control of the game. At no point did I think, okay, Ipswich might score, they might score, I thought from the very beginning, I thought Liverpool, Ipswich. I thought we controlled this game magnificently. Going into this game, I expected Liverpool to win. I expected an easy win, 3 or 4-0, because, you have to look at the table and the form book here. Ipswich are really terrible. No disrespect to Ipswich, I hope they stay up. They seem like a nice club, but all in all, they are not a good side. They are 17th in the table for a reason. They just lost at home last week to Manchester City by 6 goals. A City team that aren't great, are pretty poor actually, and they lost 6-0 at home against them. So I was coming into this game thinking, there has to be no way that we drop points in this one. It's got to be a straightforward win. In the back of my mind, there was doubt, however, that Liverpool, knowing us, we will somehow manage to make it hard on ourselves. Potentially Ipswich score first, and then we're chasing the game and we have to, grind it out towards the end. But no, today, from the minute one we were on it, Liverpool, the players didn't screw around. There was no, not taking our chances, no screwing around in front of goal. Scored the goals, controlled the game, and easy win for us. And I think it was a much needed win and a much needed performance today, because these last couple of weeks, performances haven't been great. United, we weren't great. Forest wasn't great. Brentford won, but wasn't a great performance. So I think it was important today that we got a good performance and a good victory, and I think that's what we did. We scored 4 goals. We could have scored a couple more. The second half, we did take our pedal off the gas a bit. We decided to control the game a bit more, dropping in, keeping the ball a lot better, rather than going for the throat, because I think if we did go for the jugular, we could have at least scored about 6-7 goals today. Ipswich came with only one intent really, and that was to just, defend and try and get some nick a draw or something on the counter attack, and it didn't work. We got our job done. We moved up to 53 points, and happy days today. There's nothing to be negative about today. Today was a good win, and a much needed win as well. Hopefully now that kills off that little bit of a blip that we had form-wise, where the performances weren't great, and we get back on it now, because we do need to get back on it, because this game was a kind of a warm-up game, I'll be honest. Bournemouth away next, a tough trip there. They just beat Forest 5-0 today at home. That's going to be a tough trip, man. Everton away. I know they're down in the relegation scrap at the moment, in 16th or something, but, make no mistake, away at Goodison Park, they will raise their game against us. That is going to be a tough game. And then I think after that, we've also got City away coming up. And I know City at the moment are in terrible form, but City away, we haven't won there in years. It's been a long time since we won at City away, so make no mistake, even if they aren't great, that's going to be another tough trip for us. So it was important to get a big win today, and the players to get confidence going into these next couple of games, because they are a bit tricky. We should be winning against Bournemouth and Everton. I do expect tough games, but I do expect us to get over the line. And the City one is the one I'm looking at and thinking maybe we might end up dropping points in that game, simply being because it's at the Etihad and we don't win at the Etihad. But today, I thought all the players were on it really. I had to touch on Chiesa again. I don't know why Chiesa didn't get more than 10 minutes, because I thought Diaz didn't have a great game, and I thought, what was the harm going to be in bringing Chiesa on earlier in the game? He could have impacted, we don't know. But I think he could have done a lot more than Diaz did today, because I thought Diaz today, he wasn't on it. He wasn't his usual free-flowing self. And I thought if I brought Chiesa on, we might have seen a bit more energy and a bit more spark going forward. But that's on the manager. Also, resting Salah. I don't know why Slot doesn't want to rest Salah for some reason. He just seems to be playing him like right to the end. Today, there was no need for Salah to even step foot into the second half. He should have come off at half time. I think we can rest him for these next couple of games coming up. But I think it's not. I don't think it's a good idea for us to be running Salah into the ground in meaningless games that are already run, because the last thing we want is for Mo to pick up an injury, and then we're in trouble. But 4-0. The only small negative is, and I have to touch on this, is that we didn't keep a clean sheet today. I was pretty annoyed that we didn't keep a clean sheet. I expect, all game Ipswich did nothing. We were controlling the game all game. Not once did they look like scoring, and bam, they get one corner at the end, and they just score a freaky goal, and they get one back. And I'm a bit disappointed we didn't get that clean sheet, because I was so hoping that we'd get a clean sheet today. But it is what it is, man. We still won the game easily. So I'm not going to complain too much about it. But if we look at other games, Forest got touched up against Bournemouth badly. I was very surprised at that game. I didn't expect 5-0 to Bournemouth, man. And like I said, I did say a couple of weeks ago, Forest are going to have a good season, but they are going to fall off and go through a bit of a blip eventually. And maybe this is the start. Credit to Arsenal as well. They won 1-0 away against Wolves, against 10 men. They were down to 10 men. Wolves were at the end too, but I don't think that was a red card for the Arsenal player. I think that was very harsh, man. And I'd be fuming if that was a Liverpool player who got sent off. But credit to Arsenal, man. They showed fight with getting the win against Wolves, being down to 10 men. And obviously the ref looking like he was against them. But we got our win today. We've got City Chelsea coming up next. We'll see what happens there. But we got our win today. We move to 53 points, and we stay top of that table, and we need it. We need that huge win today. A good performance, boost the morale up in the team going into them 3 tough games against Bournemouth, Everton and City. I think there's a home game in between them as well, in between Bournemouth and Everton. I'm not sure who it is now. We'll have to check again, but we are going to need it, man, for these next 3 games, because they are going to be tough trips. And I'm not hearing any otherwise. I'm not hearing otherwise from any other fans that these aren't going to be tough trips, because they are going to be tough games. And like I said, we can't really afford to draw again or lose another game. We can only really afford to get 3 points from here on out. Maybe we can drop points in 1 or 2 more games this season, but we can't be, going on little blips, because I know Arsenal aren't a great side this year, but they are only 6 points behind us. That is nothing really. It's only 2 games, like I said. Things can change, so we have to be on it and make sure we keep up the standard of playing that we've kept so far. But all in all, Liverpool 4, Ipswich 1. Liverpool stay top of the league. We go marching on. Bring on Everton, bring on Bournemouth, bring on City. Up the rating. I'll speak to you guys soon. Liverpool Profit out.